Hey guys, my name is Bobby. I'm calling from Florida,
Hey, Bobby from
and
Florida.
I'd really appreciate if you guys would stop blowing up my spot on overselling Christmas trees to Fox News. It's kind of my business right now. And let me tell you, baby, business is booming. So,
Wait, that's
anyways,
wait, your business is essentially selling just one Christmas tree a year and two Fox News, and that's your business. I mean, I'm jealous.
yeah,
That's
it's
great.
better than Black Friday, I'll tell you. So, thanks for taking my call. I'm calling because I don't think people are talking about the real immigration crisis that's happening here in the United States, and that is the influx of people breaching our unsecure northern Florida border and come in just piling into the state, thinking that Florida is an inherently red state, which it is not. But thanks to Governor DeSantis, the message is getting out that Florida is a conservative bastion. And we all know that he barely won his election, and the amount of people that have died has surpassed his margin of victory. So what he's doing now is he's inviting these lunatics into the state. And we've seen with the $5,000 bonuses for cops that refuse to get vaccinated. And now with his new push to reinstall the state guard. I was talking to my brother, and he said that he thinks that that's just a ploy to get those, psychos from Michigan to move down here, thinking that, oh, hey, we get to be part of this new state-funded militia. And so I'm looking at all of the actions that the governor is taking, and all I can think of is this is his way of trying to get to replace the voters that he killed, so he can get reelected and then hopefully win Florida when he runs in 2024. Does that make any sense?
Yes. I mean, I don't think it's crazy. Like, I think he probably is encouraging certain demographic shifts for his own, there's a wave of early retirements. Maybe people want to move down to Florida, and he has the ability to, I guess, appeal to a certain demographic. I would disagree with you about saying that it's not a red state. I mean, you have two Republican senators at this point, and the Republican governor. It's certainly trending that way. It seems like
I've said, I think I said it last election, if not before that the idea that Florida during, a presidential election, the idea that Florida is a purple state, it can go either way, is bullshit. That time has passed. I'm sorry. Florida is a solid red state now. And in terms of spending time on the ground there to try to flip a state, I think Florida is a complete waste of time. Money could be spent in other states where that's much more likely.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate that is what the consensus is. But we hold our governor elections in midterm years, and I think they do that for a reason. Because, if Obama can win this state twice, that's kind of a wake up call that this isn't a red state. But I think we've been trending.
2012 was a long time
I know, it was a long
ago.
time ago.
Almost 10
yeah.
years. Almost 10 years. The state has changed.
Yeah, and Donald Trump really broke everyone's brains down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's done, man. I'm sorry. I love Disney World. I don't know about the rest of Florida. I haven't really visited much of it. But
I like Miami when it's when it's not the most overpriced city I've been to in the country, but it's beautiful.
It's changed, man. It's a different place now. I mean, we could be flipping. I mean, look at what happened with Georgia. Like, why are you gonna try to do like the hopeful like trick shot or whatever in Florida, and for the off chance it could possibly, like, the 1% chance it could turn, when you got something like, you could flip Georgia and Arizona. and and other states that are much more within that grasp. It sucks to say. I have nothing against Florida. I'm just talking reality here.
Yeah, I feel like it's a self-fulfilled prophecy saying things like that, because the Democratic Party used to be existent here, and it seems like everyone's saying the same thing. There's no point in trying, and I don't want to flee my state. I'm a native, and all this makes me remember the 2008 race with Ted Cruz and Beto, where Beto won the majority of native Texans, while Ted Cruz won the majority of non-native Texans. And I don't know how to change the narrative about Florida, but what I do know is that Republicans are better at messaging. They say that Florida is the freest state, but we don't have open carry. And so I think that's why they want to do the militia thing, is so they can say, yeah, there's no open carry, but if you sign a list saying that you stand with the governor, we'll let you carry your guns out in public.
Has anyone tried to change that in recent years? Has there been a push to open carry in recent years in Florida? Because it might just be the sign of the that could be one of the first signs of the changeover. I mean, again, like you said, Florida wasn't always this way. So the fact that it wouldn't have open carry is not surprising. That doesn't mean it's not going to get it in the coming years. I mean, wouldn't surprise me if that's on the horizon or something. It's definitely one of the few states that have usually you see states that are trending a certain way, and they do tend to oh, look, it's turning blue. That's what we're used to, I think. But Florida is the one of those rarer states that have not only trended red, but has completely flipped. I think it's gone, honestly, at least from a national race perspective. I don't know about, obviously House races are different. Senate races, we've seen what happened in Florida. Governor race, we've seen that happens in Florida. So I don't know, man, beyond the House, I don't know what Florida could do right now, but it's not going in a direction that makes me hopeful for Florida. And again, nothing against Florida. I'm not one of those people who post that GIF of Bugs Bunny cutting Florida off of the rest of the U.S. I'm not one of those people, but I'm just talking reality here. And Florida, without a doubt, has just completely flipped. It's not even close anymore, I don't think.
I mean, I think you got to not look at these things like red states and blue states just in the fact that just because you can't get a governor or senators seated doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's 100% a red state. I think stay there and continue to organize. I mean, I'm from North Dakota, right? Which ironically was a blue state when I was born, and now is basically, I guess, a quote red state. But it's you don't leave because fucking electoral politics isn't looking good.
Right, I agree. Heidkamp was a Democrat.
Yeah, I mean, she's trash, but
she's trash, but the point is just
way to go, Emma.
No, I know, and Dorgan was actually good.
Feel good, Democrats in West Virginia. We got Joe Manchin. I mean,
so it's you can on a local level or at you can make a difference on a congressional race.
All this is going to be a much bigger struggle than the next electoral cycle, right? I think I wouldn't get too caught up in that, but I mean, I wouldn't bet on getting on balance the Democrat winning statewide elections.
All right, let's thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it.
Before you guys, can I just shout out one podcast real quick? I'll make it real fast.
Real quick.
Okay, I've been listening to this podcast. It's called Doomed. It's by this guy, Matt. I think his last name's pronounced Binder. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's a fantastic show. Everyone should listen to it. And everyone should sign up to his Patreon and all that. Thank you guys for taking my call. Love everything that you do. Keep it up.
Appreciate it.
What a great caller. You know what? Florida's turning blue, baby. I can feel it. Let's go, Florida.